What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's Thursday already. My God. Jesus. Let me just get this set up and we are good to go. So, one of my rituals every morning is spending at least 30 minutes to an hour every day just studying my craft, studying my passion, and studying my expertise, right? So a lot of you guys know I'm in the design space, the branding space, the digital marketing space. Like those are my three things, right? And so I do tons of education, educating myself, on best practices, latest trends, all of that. And the branding world is pretty funny. Like you either geek out about it or you ignore it because you find it boring or you don't see the need or the what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? It's like it's not important, right? But at the end of the day, guys, without a brand, you don't have a business. So I would definitely start paying attention to branding. Because it's not just about the big box names like Coca-Cola and Oreo and all of these other brands out there that are monstrous. Because social media nowadays, it's making the playing field a lot more competitive and a lot more equal. And I see a lot of people out there missing this boat when it comes to branding. So I want to talk about why people don't buy, why people refuse to buy, and what the best marketing tool you can have, in your tool belt to help you sell more. And when it comes to branding, it's pretty simple. It's building trust, building relationships. What do you want your audience to feel about your business? That's what branding is all about, right? It all comes down to feeling. People buy feelings. They don't buy products or services. I've said it 1,000 times. So let me give you a quick story about why people don't buy. So one guy came to me last week. He gave me a call on the phone through a mutual friend who referred him. And he was all geeked up about my Branding on Demand program. He thought it was a great program. A lot of great value in it. But he called me Friday. He called me Thursday. He called me Friday. Then he wanted to schedule a call for this Wednesday, which was yesterday. And so he didn't buy because at the end of the call, he was like, Henry, it's a decent investment. And I don't know you. I don't know you. And I said, Steve, don't worry about it, buddy. I don't know you either. And if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't invest in this program either if I didn't do my homework on me, or if I didn't do my homework on you. So I said, I told you last Friday I told you and your marketing person to go to my Facebook, go to my Instagram, go to my YouTube, and go do your homework on me. And we get on the phone call yesterday, and I said, did either of you do that? And they both said no. And so I said, guys, I'm not here to convince you to invest in this program. What I'm going to tell you next is go do your homework on me, go watch my videos, and when you feel that there's enough trust built inside of you, come back and talk to me. Because you're either in or you're out. It's not my problem that you don't know me. You didn't do your homework. I told you Friday to go do it. You didn't do it? Okay. So now you're still wondering. You're still not sure. So you can look at that 1,000 different ways. But the biggest reason why people don't buy is because they don't have the trust built up yet to actually invest in you. That's it. But had I not built over the past 3 years a tremendous amount of content on all my social media channels, I wouldn't have anywhere to tell Steve to go to trust me. And so the biggest marketing tool you can have in your toolkit is your work. Your work. If you don't have shit to show for it, then how can anybody trust you? Okay? So why aren't you out there on social media doing your thing? If you're so good at what you do, why aren't you documenting it? Why aren't you showing your audience that you're awesome? The people that are crushing it today, online, offline, the ones that aren't bitching and moaning about money, are the ones that are out there every single day building trust with their audience. Not the ones that show up here and there when they feel like it. It's the people that show up every single day and do what they do and showcase it. That's it. That's the best marketing tool you can ever have. But you make it complicated. You put all these barriers up in front of you, and no wonder why you're not making sales. That's it. So I wanted to share this with you guys because it's super, super important. Let me see some comments here. Read The Speed of Trust by Stephen Covey. Yeah, it's a great book, Eric. Priorities, exactly. Henry, Brent Nadell, my man, Brian Crawford. Yeah, so those are sort of the things that I want to share with you today, and I'll spend some time answering some questions, getting some more comments from you guys, because I think it's super important for you guys to understand the importance of trust, relationship building, and building a solid brand. Understanding that branding is the feelings business. That's what it is. It's getting the person to feel something. So what's that one thing in your business that you want people to feel? My one word in my business is impact. I wake up every morning and I say to myself in my journal, how can I impact someone's life today? Forget everything else. And then it comes to me. It comes to me. It says, do this, do that, do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. That's it. So I share with you the story of Steve because it's not about convincing Steve that I'm the right fit. It's not. I don't care what anybody says. It's not. Because I don't have any control over that. The only control I have is the control of what I can do as Henry Kaminski. And that is to put out content on a daily basis and show people how awesome I am at design, branding, and digital marketing. That's all I have control over. Can't put a gun to your head and say, buy this program or else. No, I have no control over that. So it wasn't my problem that Steve didn't want to buy. It was Steve's problem because he didn't do his homework on me. And he wasted an hour here, an hour there, and I wanted to give him that time. Reason why is he came from a mutual friend who referred him to me, and I wanted to show respect to my friend for actually mentioning me as a reference. Had any Joe Schmo off the street want to take that time away from me, I would have said, go book a discovery session with me, go do your homework on me, and then we can have a conversation when you're serious. So it's all about building trust. It's all about building relationships. After I watched my videos today, they all said the same thing. Branding is all about feelings. And you have to build tremendous amounts of trust, and it's all about relationship building if you ever want to make it as an entrepreneur or small business owner. The reason why people will come back over and over and over again is because you're making them feel good. You're making them feel confident in themselves. And that's why they pay you over and over and over again. This isn't brain science, guys. This is fundamentals. And if you can't get that right, you're not going to get anything else right. That's it. Chelsea Parker says, yes, content is king. I've said it a million times myself. It is. I mean, that is the truth of it all. Content will show your competence. I'll say it again. Content will show your competence. That's it. Why are we making it so difficult for ourselves? Why? It's a yes or a no answer. You either trust that person and you pay money for their product or service, or you don't trust that person and don't pay them for their product or service. I think what happens is, what I see, and I'll speak from experience because I can only talk about what I went through as an entrepreneur and building this business over the past 10 years, is when people would inquire and throw it back at me like, well, show me how you can help me. What can you do for me? And that's a valid question. It's a valid question. But the answer truly is, if I don't know that person, I don't know what I can do for you, because I don't know you as much as you don't know me. So for me to try to answer that question and say, well, I can do this and I can do that and I can do this and I can do that and I can do this, all that that's just a big waste of time, because the person still doesn't know me, still doesn't trust me. And then at the end of the conversation, it's, well, then how do I believe you? And that was a vicious cycle for years, guys, for years, until I finally woke up one day and I said, shit, you know what this is all about? It's about trust. It's about relationships. It's not about how good I am, because there's designers out there that are way better than me, right? There's branders and digital marketers that know 50 times more than me. It's about trust and building relationships. Homeless to CEO, sharing my story is going to make me a billionaire, not a millionaire. That's what's up, Chelsea. I make my own product. I sold local in my town, and the following existed before e-commerce. Very cool. I went from 10K, 30 days. Now I'm building the brand instead of just selling. They need to hear the story. Chelsea, beautiful. This is awesome. Chelsea is saying exactly what I'm trying to get across to you guys. It's all about the story. And I've built that by showing up every single day, by investing in me, because that is the one thing I have control over, is me. I hope this is making sense. I hope you're getting this. Because if you're worrying about numbers, if you're worrying about conversions, if you're worrying about all this stuff, you have no control over any of that. You have control over building your brand, sharing your story, putting the content out there to show and prove people that you are awesome at what you do. And that builds trust, that builds relationship, that builds sales, that builds revenues, that builds businesses, that builds brands. I'm learning to invest in myself. You're teaching us a lot. Thank you. And that's well, I appreciate that. First of all, thank you, Chelsea, for acknowledging that. I appreciate you for that. And so I keep saying it, but it's super simple. Document success. Don't sing songs about how you're gonna. I love it. I love it. I love it. Chelsea is locking it down today on this live for sure. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, and I don't want to waste time if I don't have anything else to say. But I want to just recap two things. One is the best marketing tool you can ever have is your content and showing people how good it is, how good at what it is that you do, right? And sharing that with the world, right? And the reason why people don't buy is because they don't trust you. That's it. And the only thing that you do have control over is yourself and what you can do to build that trust, to build those relationships, and to build your brand so that you can exude that feeling that you want people to feel for your brand. And doing that over and over and over again. And keeping this simple, keeping it simple, that will build solid brands. And now there's a lot that goes along with it. I'm making it sound simple, and it is. But you can complicate it really easily, and that's what gets people in trouble. So keep it simple, guys. Understand this stuff because it's not brain science, and it'll certainly help you build a solid brand. Vision board to reach your goals. Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And write down your damn goals. I never did it in the past, but once I did, my business took off, accountable to myself. It's beautiful, Eric. Beautiful. Yeah, for sure. Follow your passion. The money is a byproduct. Yep. We're on the same page, Chelsea, Eric. We're all on the same page. So appreciate you guys for tuning in today. And if you ever need any help, branding, design, digital marketing, that's what I'm here for. You can go visit my website, uniquedesignz.net, and I can help you craft your story and craft your brand's messaging and really help you with the quality design and identity that you need in 2017 to really get noticed, number one, and to really build that trust and credibility within your brand to help you take your business to the next level. So I'm out, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. Talk to you soon.